Denver is about to limit fire trucks and commercial vehicles from using 5 city bridges. The bridges are in such poor condition, the weight of the heavy vehicles are a danger. Denver Fire tells our Marshall Zellinger one of the bridge restrictions could cause response times to be slower.
When the garages open at Fire Station 26 in Central Park, the fire trucks will be limited in where they can be driven later this month. The city is about to restrict heavy vehicles on Quebec Street, on this bridge, essentially between Smith Road and I-70. So emergency calls that take firefighters north of Smith toward I-70 and Northfield would require a detour to Monaco or Central Park Boulevard. The city is about to post these types of weight restriction signs ahead of 5 bridges that need to be replaced, though a city transportation spokeswoman said these bridges are safe for everyday traffic, even though they'll have these weight restriction signs, essentially limiting fire trucks and heavy commercial vehicles. The 5 bridges include this Quebec Bridge over a dirt path and old railroad. It connects I-70 to Smith Road. Smith and Sandown across Quebec will also be weight limited in an area where commercial trailers are parked. The 2 other bridges are 6th Avenue over Cherry Creek between Lincoln and Spear, and one we had not reported on until today, Mississippi over the Platte River at Santa Fe Drive. The passage of Bond Issue 2A just provided funding for the 6th Avenue bridge replacement. The city already has funding for the 3 bridges that impact Quebec Street. The city does not have the money yet to replace the Mississippi Bridge, which is right near where the new Denver Summit Women's Soccer Stadium will be built. The weight restrictions will remain in place until the bridges are replaced. A Denver fire chief told me today there will be delays all around, but the restrictions along Quebec, where Fire Station 26 will have to detour, are the most impactful. I talked with the Colorado Motor Carriers Association today to see if they were told by the city to warn truckers. No. So what happens if a vehicle that's too heavy uses the bridge? The city says it could be cited, but that truckers are aware when they see a sign to not use the bridge. The Federal Highway Administration, though, on a website says that if a truck goes across and it's too heavy for the bridge structure, it could compromise the safety of the structure. But the city made sure that I knew today that engineers say the bridges are safe for non-restricted vehicle use.
All right, so talking about this one detour, that's the long one right off of Quebec, but then what happens to these other bridges? Is that also going to affect them?
Yeah, since they won't be able to go over like 6th Avenue or Mississippi near Santa Fe, for example. I believe the detours are shorter there. When you're talking Quebec, Monaco, or Central Park Boulevard. Central Park Boulevard is a much farther detour than getting to Monaco, which might be like a half mile or so. But these other areas like 6th Avenue, maybe you could cut across 5th Avenue or 7th or 8th, and it's not as far to get across. It's just remembering when you're driving the fire truck, I'm sure that engineer needs to know, like, I can't do this anymore and we got to go this way. Otherwise, it's going to be a longer detour if they come up to that bridge and they're like, oh, we weren't supposed to come this way.
Yeah, and we know seconds and minutes matter, right?
Absolutely. We're going to have to keep an eye on the response times for sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Marshall.